So we started with Tu Va Fa L'Americano. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Tu Va Fa L'Americano. Yep.
Right. And featured in one of your favorite movies.
Talented Miss Ripley. We'll
Talented.
feature it in, yeah.
Right, correct. Pardon me. Thank you very much. We made a little playlist for things that we know that you like.
Have you seen Talented Miss Ripley?
No, I haven't seen that.
You need to see it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1999.
I think you showed it to me too.
Angela. It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about a wealthy American kid who runs away to Italy, to escape his wealthy family, and
Right.
then his father wants him back, so he sends like a murderer over there. Like he doesn't know he's a murderer, but he sends a murderer over there to bring him back.
Right.
Very. It's kind of the opposite of what one would do. Cheers, guys. Salud.
Cheers.
What are we drinking? This is very
Salud.
nostalgic.
We got, it's the same thing we drank last week. It's okay, though. We got Dewar's Scotch.
Dewar's White Label.
Dewar's
Can't
White
beat
Label.
Yep.
Let's try it. I'm going to throw up again.
Salud. Dewar's is cool because
No, I'm good.
Joe
I'm good.
loves it.
Look,
No, Dewar's
it's
is-
part of the bit I'm doing. It's fine.
it's a bit.
It's a bit. Go ahead.
No, Dewar's is cool because
Because I'm sweating already.
yeah, it's cool because it was a scotch that a lot of our uncles and aunts and whatever.
Grandfather. I
drank.
think my father. This is what he. Or
Yeah.
my grandfather. This is what he drank.
It wasn't like a rich people drink. It was like normal people
Blue
scotch.
collar. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which I find that pretty cool.
I like it.
All right.
Well, speaking of, you're Italian, I think. And you are a fan of Sinatra.
Big fan. Like in a concerned kind of like
Yeah.
turn, like, but aren't you, worried that just overnight someone could just do what you do better than you?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, there's every fucking moment of my life.
yeah, yeah. There's always a risk of someone coming out and being better than you and being hungrier than you and sharper than you and smarter than you. And everything. But it doesn't happen overnight. And are you trying to imply that what I do can be done in 2 hours?
Right,
You
and that's why I
like-
brought that up too, because it's like,
Yeah.
yes, anybody can learn how to do this. It's
Right.
what you do with it, though.
Right.
It's how artistic you are, how creative you are with it, and it's the same knobs on every. I mean, every mixer is different, but they practically do the
It's
same
not
things.
the knob itself. It's how you use it. Knob is British slang for pee-pee.
Yes,
What I was going to ask you, for yourself, competition, enemies. Jim Craig, the goalie for 1980 United States hockey team, right? They won Lake Placid. He says in his public speaking that every great team needs an enemy, imaginary or real, right? I agree with him. Right? I do my business every day with enemies in mind that it's totally ridiculous. It's totally fictitious. I don't hate these people. What they do is not very bad. It's the same shit as everyone else does, right? But I think in business, at least the way I do it, which probably isn't the healthiest or smartest way, is an enemy. Do you guys feel that at all or no? Like, do you have right now? You're building the dorm, right? This is the baby steps, the baby
of course.
beginnings.
Yeah.
Do you have like a fictitious enemy or a real enemy?
No, honestly, I mean, I don't personally.
You need one.
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
You
I'm
got
just
one.
kidding. No, I'm just
no.
kidding.
For me, like, I look at like where the level that I just want to bring it to, and like, I mean, yeah, like of course, like there's gonna be like rivals or like competitors, but I haven't even thought about I don't think about that like on a day-to-day level. To me, like, doesn't matter. They're gonna do their
Plus,
thing.
you're also doing something different. When I started my company, there were people doing exactly what I was doing. You know what I mean?
I mean,
So
there's
it was a
people that are
little
doing
easier to
what
identify.
we're
Like,
doing on a bigger level. I mean, you look at Boiler Room is kind of similar. I mean, even you look at Mix Mag, and I forget the other one, but they do like mix shows too.
Yeah.
And I think kind of what is supposed to separate us apart is like we're trying to, first of all, like we're doing this as, I mean, independent DJs. They get huge DJs with huge record deals. Some of them are independent. And I think like also we're trying to find local artists and bring them on, promote them, and have them promote themselves, kind of hear their story in a sense.
it's kind of cool. I mean, you guys told me about this idea for not just the dorm, but Dormastories or Dormastories, like months ago, right? Like this
Yeah.
is right.
There's some that
And as
Yeah.
soon as I heard it, I don't know who told it to me first, but as soon as I said, this is a good idea. Right? I thought it was really, really smart the first second I heard it. And now, as I'm sitting here and I know nothing about music or what you guys do, it's occurring to me that it's actually a really fucking good idea, right? Like, because anyone can sit in my seat, right? You can have people that just want to come on. That
Exactly.
It's actually of no value to them at all, like business-wise. You guys have, how many subscribers do you have? Like none, right?
Yeah.
Realistically. But no, I'm serious. But if you, no, you're laughing.
I know,
no,
but
but
it's
it's the
funny.
truth. Like, you can get someone that is 18,000 times more important than me to come on because it's fun to talk about music and to hear
Right.
insights. And then you guys can climb the
Well,
ladder of
that's, like, what
social
I'm trying
media
to
so quickly
hopefully
because
do.
people just want to come on.
Right.
Exactly.
It's fucking fun. Do that. Do what I just said. Write it down and do that.
Yeah, the first week that we were doing, we had a couple people hit us up, which was just personal friends and others that were interested, and it was like that was just a good feeling because
cool.
it just gives you the idea like when you have an idea, you just have to go for it. Like you don't you could plan everything to a T. And that's one way to do it, but once you start doing it, then you start saying, okay, well, now this opportunity is open.
Right.
Now this opportunity is open.
Right.
Like, you start
it's
seeing
just
other things. So
a building block.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
And it's
building
kind of funny
blocks.
thing about our relationship altogether. We're three very similar but very different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
come from the same place. We come from very different places in so many ways, right? And I think that one of the things between Joe and I was Joe was always kind of more so of a perfectionist than I was, and I would do things way too quickly, right? Which was bad. And we were both bad on our own ways. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think now, and we're still very young, but at 22, at 23, I think we're starting to kind of meet on still opposite sides, but in a much healthier kind of middle ground. You know, you do something well, but it's not going to be perfect. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
in
and that's kind of cool.
in fourth grade,
There we go.
when we both,
you fat.
when you were fat
Thanks.
and I wasn't, and we both tried out for The Little Mermaid, and you got Prince Eric.
No, I got Prince Eric. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say I got
Just
someone
said.
else. I'm sorry. I had to correct you.
No, I haven't forgotten, because I wanted it.
And who you were an extra? What were you?
I
I forgot.
don't worry.
Narrator.
Right? Was that you?
Don't do that on here. Do that. We'll talk
And then in 8th grade, when you were Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. Oh wait, no, fuck. That was me again. That I was Tevye, right?
Yeah.
Because you weren't a rich man. I was a rich man. I had to do that dance on stage.
I was in that play, and Fiddler on the Roof. I was
Rebecchic.
Perchik,
Aren't you like a liberal?
who was kind of like the progressive lib of the time. So
it's- you played yourself.
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but I was a sympathizer. Tevye was a real sympathizer to the liberals.
No.
No, he absolutely was.
Was
Don't
Tevye?
say. Yeah, of course. He allowed you to marry. I allowed you to marry Sally.
Yeah, it was very nice of
You
you.
know,
to
yeah.
allow me to marry someone I want.
Well, you
and
were-
allow your
you
daughter
were-
to marry who she wants. You know,
That was progressive at a time. You shit stick.
It's true. It's
That's
something.
great.
Yeah.
We're going back to breaking balls. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about we started this whole thing culturally, or started off with the main event, right? A musical event that is foundationally American, but certainly foundationally Italian, and even further metropolitan Italian,
Right.
right? Breaking balls is another like huge metropolitan Italian thing, and
Sure.
a lot of cultures do it, right? But it's very Italian, you know. Moreover, it's not as West Coast as it is East Coast. You know what I mean? So when I went to college,
Okay.
I met a lot of people, right? And I break balls like all day. Like that's like it's like all I know how to do, you know. I remember a lot of people being really taken aback, you know, like really being kind of like not like insulted. I could make fun of anything about you, you know, your big nose, your low IQ, you know, your big nipples, you know what I mean, and the way you pronounce easy words incorrectly, and you're fine with it, you know, any of these things.
But I think that's just 'cause we're so close.
You can make
too.
fun of how handsome I am, you know, and no, the point is, I just think it's another funny kind of. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that in college or anything. Meeting.
Well, most of the kids that I went to school with were East Coast kids, so I didn't really experience
What about
that.
you?
What about me as far as
They used to have
like-
roasts.
being bullied by you?
Yeah.
Or-
No. No, I mean going to college, title, and having kind of not just cultural clashes, but cultural shocks. Like, oh wait, this isn't cool all over the country. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
Or this is just me. Maybe I'm just a piece of shit,
Yeah,
and
that
it's
too.
offensive all over.
Well, even to tie this into music, obviously, there was a huge country music fan base at my school, and it was just something I was completely unfamiliar with.
Because you're schools in the sticks.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, I was just like,
Why'd you smile at me? as,
Like,
if I was gonna be like, kick,
come on.
fucking redneck. No, what's wrong with you, Sam?
That was as far as cultural shock, no, nothing. But like, that was
It's funny.
I didn't go to school far enough from where I live to be
None of us did.
to feel that.
No,
yeah.
I went 11 miles away from, you know. But I started my company, my first employee at the time, no, I won't say that. My first employee was from the cow country, chicken and cow country in California, Anna, and I remember it was two distinct things that immediately she was like, whoa. One was chop busting, and it was like, what the fuck? Why are you being like mean? That's really nasty. And then two, I don't think we put that much of a stress on it, but you kind of knew what your friends were. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's Irish, or yeah, he's Jewish. Like he's a Jew, or he's Italian, or whatever it was. And it was really never derogatory. I mean, when you're a kid, kids are stupid, but as a whole, it wasn't. And then in California, her experience in California was, I don't know what anyone is. And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. I don't particularly.
Well, I think that is.
It didn't bother me. I was like, oh, that's really weird. Okay.
Well, especially I think where we come from, like everyone knows, not everyone knows everyone's business, but like it's kind of like that, or everyone knows everyone's face at least. Like it's a small enough town, a small enough area.
But it's cultural too, isn't it?
I think so too.
Yeah. So you're saying even just to inquire about,
just to know it, not to particularly.
It comes up in conversation,
right.
But
yeah. It's one of the first things I feel like, especially the older generation, inquires about.
I still ask that, if someone has like an accent or something, oh, like where are you from, or like not, like just where's your family from, something like that. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah.
These are really funny. Pat Cooper, an old Italian actor and comedian. He tells a really funny joke, and you probably relate, and I'll tell it quickly, so it won't take too long. But he used to bring all these different girls home, right? He thought that if he brought an Italian girl home, his mother would be the most happy, right? Pat Cooper's Italian, so he brings home a Jewish girl, and he goes, Ma, I got this girl, and I really like her, but she's a Jew, and she's like, no, Patty, that's great, no problem, you like her, bring her around. Okay, sounds good. Does it the next time with the German girl, Ma, but she's German. Pasquale, what's wrong with you? Why do you care? It's perfect, no problem. Finally, he finds an Italian girl he really falls in love with, right? And he goes, Ma, I got this girl, and she's Italian, and she goes, oh yeah, where's she from? And he goes, from Calabria, Ma. And she goes, get the fuck out of here. It's not like a cultural Italian thing. They're very segmented in where they're from,
Right.
Although we don't talk about it often, it is a big thing among like older, generations. These people, like they came over not that long ago. It wasn't even 100 years ago, really. Yeah. And they were like, oh no, we're from here and we're from there, and we don't like those people. Totally ridiculous.
Right.
That's kind of a funny Pat Cooper joke.
Well, I'm going to introduce a new bit that I just thought of. Because we're DJs, we're taking requests. And do you have any requests?
Put on Core Ingrato. C-O-R-E.
All right. I didn't think
you don't have that one.
Put
on what do you have?
For a bit, because like you get a request and you're like, I don't have it.
What do you have?
And like wait, when I used to get that, like, because I hate when you get like a bad request, a song that you just know is not gonna go over, like like Wi-Fi, like internet, like everything's accessible.
Yeah,
you're just like,
not an option.
I really like I don't have it. Like, oh, okay, whatever. Like now it's like, all right, like pull out your phone, idiot. And I'm just like, no. Like then you just have to be like rude about it. Like I'm just not gonna play it.
Yeah, I'm not about to pull up YouTube on your phone onto my mixer.
Like it's just not
in front of a live audience right now. Of course not.
Which one do you want to go with? Do you want to go with classical music? Do you want to keep in the theme, or do you want?
Dude, it's
whatever you want.
Request, man.
You guys are taking the easy way out, and you're making it out as if I'm unoriginal. Okay. Okay. If we're gonna stay classical, let's change the artist. Let's go to Bobby Darin.
Okay.
What do you have by Bobby Darin?
I got you. We got. I feel like I don't. You're someone who likes some of the deeper cuts. So let's do. Not that this is
deep tracks only.
Let's do this. I think he's gonna like this one, right?
Do you not have Always?
Alone in the world. You put Artificial Flowers as a deep cut. You did.
Yeah, I said it. And I was like,
as sweet a young child as you'd find. My
just go and lip sync.
I'd be a good lip sync.
Final reward, leaving their baby behind.
Where can people find you? What are you about?
Was only 9 years of age.
I'm the only one. Crossroads every other Monday. I sell watches. About watches, and I sell watches on the Theo Harris YouTube channel.
Interesting question for you, because I feel like your music taste is older, vintage, classic, whatever, and the watches that you sell are vintage. Is there like a reason? Like not like a reason. Like, can you tie that together somehow? Or?
You know what it is? without getting like, depressing. I think that growing up, for two reasons. One, because my family was so family central, right? And because I had not very many friends in school. All Joe's fault. Everything I did was around older people telling older stories. That was it. Till this day, I have dinner with 65-year-old people every week, like, out of my choice. You know what I mean? So, that was just, it's really comfortable, you know? It's not like a Woody Allen, oh, I should have been born in the 60s. Like, no, I probably am best at right now. Social media. She made artificial flowers, made from Annie's despair. But they found little modern with the vintage appreciation. How about you? Still clutching.
Well, I grew up with more of a, more of a vintage, disco, soul, 60s, 70s influence.
Because you were most connected to your dad.
Well, yeah, because I started DJing with my dad, and that's what, like, my uncles, like, going to family parties, like, that's what it was. I mean, stuff like this, and then dancing was all disco, 70s, soul, funk. And I just kind of took that when I started learning what house music was. I think my dad started playing a couple songs, Marshall Jefferson House Music Anthem, and I heard the piano riff, and really I just fell in love with that, and just like discovering more about like, the New York City house scene, like Studio 54, the Limelight, what would you get? 54 or 5? So I mean, really, I started DJing in '86, so yeah. And my mom too, she used to go out in New York all the time with the Limelight, and like, just like learning about that nightlife scene to me is just interesting. Seeing like comparing it to how it is now. Yeah.
Fashion from Annie's despair.
Episode 2.
Give it the real thing.
Oh, that's a 2.
I did it. It was perfect. We ended with give it the real thing. That was great.
All right. Next time. Peace.
It was a lot of fun.